In this video I'm going to show you guys how to make a tanker truck in Minecraft. Now if you guys are new to the channel at all, we're here to help you build bigger and better, so if that's something you're interested in, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Anyway, let's get into the tutorial. Alright, so here we are on my flat tutorial world, and here is the tanker. So this one is a total of 19 blocks long, 5 blocks high because we've got a couple bits like the wing mirrors and buttons and things like that going out, but the actual truck itself is 3 blocks, so the main part of it is 3 blocks wide. It's also 6 blocks high, so keep that in mind. If you guys want to make it in a box, feel free to do that, 19 blocks long and 5 blocks wide. All I've done is I've just got some black concrete and then some grey concrete powder in the middle there. Materials that you're going to need is a block of netherite for your tyre. You could also use something like black concrete powder, coal block, all those kind of things. We're also going to need a stone button, polished deep slate slab, polished andesite slab, black stone slab, smooth stone slab, iron trapdoor, a ladder, which I can't plonk down yet, and also a blast furnace. We'll need a load of other materials as we go through the tutorial, but I will let you guys know what those are as and when we go. So the first thing I'm going to do anyway, if we're going to be building it in this perfect box, is the first bit's going to actually just be some of the buttons and signs and things like that. So we're actually going to go back 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to be in by 1. We're going to have a 1 block gap, and that's going to be our block of netherite. That's where our wheels are going to be. So you leave these 2 blocks right here. What we're then going to do is we're going to have 3 blocks going back, 1, 2, 3, and then go to the next one. So we've got a 3 block gap right there. And we're going to have another set of 2 tyres like that. Next, we're going to have a 6 block gap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we've got 3 tyres now in a row. 1, 2, and 3. So 6 blocks right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's put this on the other side as well. Now on each of these blocks, we're going to put a stone button. You can also use something like, trying to put buttons on the floor, but you can also use item frames and a glass pane in there to make your hubcaps. Totally up to you guys. I tried to keep mine pretty light on the item frame front just because, my PC really lags with shaders on, so that's the only reason. Right, going to the front now, guys. I think I've done all the buttons, haven't I? Yeah, I have. Cool. So once you've done all the buttons, grab yourself your polished deep slate slab and just add that in the middle of those front tyres. Have a set of 3 slabs on the upper piece going across those as well, and also 3 across the back. 1, 2, 3. What we're now going to do is we're going to have a black stone slab that is going to go right in the middle. So we're going to drag that almost all the way back, not quite though. Okay, so keep on dragging this. Apparently I can't click today. There we go. Get that right to this point. So just where we've got the tyres, that's where you're going to end that. With a smooth stone slab, we're actually going to go out by 1, and then we're going to have a cross with 3 right here, like that. What we're also going to do with this back piece is we're actually going to have 3 slabs across and 1 on top as well, exactly the same like that. With our black stone slab now, where we've got the second set of tyres, so just from the front, we're going to have a slab on top of this one. We're going to bring this back, but we're not going to be on top of the tyres, so that's where you fall short right here. Don't go on top of these 3, okay? Going to put some other stuff in there instead. Then what we're going to do is we're going to switch over to our polished andesite slab, and we're going to have 2 right here on the side, and 2 right there on the side as well, okay? What we're also going to do while we're here is we're just going to plonk a block directly on top of the tyre. I'm just going to use another tyre right here. And we're going to use our polished andesite slab. We're going to come forwards from that, so towards the front of the truck. So we're just going to have that floating on the upper piece there. It just means we can have less blocks to pick up when we get onto the next bit. Just this little one up there, like that. Okay. On the front, we're going to place the blast furnace. That's going to be our engine block. And we're going to put a ladder on the front of that one. So whack that one onto that bit there. Now we've got these iron trapdoors. Part of the reason is just so we can grab them easier later on. But that is going to be where we've got these back tyres. We're going to go forwards with 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just on the side of those slabs. And then also what we're going to do is we're going to have them above here as well. Right, like that. Let me just double check to make sure that block is in the right place. There we go. Get that there. 1, 2, and 3 here, okay? So just on the front most bits, we're going to have 3 of them right there. And I'm actually going to keep that block in there just for the time being. 1, 2, 3. And then underneath 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we can switch out this block right here with that slab again. So you've got these here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3. We've got a couple floating bits and pieces here with this one. So a couple more blocks to grab, guys. We're going to need some deep slate tiles, and what we're going to do with these is we're going to have them either side of the blast furnace. So we're just going to have that on there. What you're also going to need to do is grab yourself a polished deep slate stair. We're going to have that upside down over the wheel that we've got at the front here. So there we go. Just build a little wheel arch for the front of this one, like that. Then what we're going to do is we're actually going to need, I'm going to switch out one of these blocks. The deep slate tiles I'm going to switch out for a smooth quartz. Right behind this, so we're going to just have a total of 3 blocks going up. And that's going to be smooth quartz. Okay, so smooth quartz right in the middle here. That just leaves us with a 1 block kind of little cab area for this one. It's quite a small truck. But there we go, we have that right in there like that. What this means is if we grab ourselves a grey skulker box, and while you're at it, also grab yourself a white skulker box. With the grey one, we're going to be looking at that block and we're going to be placing it there so that you get this pattern right here along the side. Then on top of that, we're going to have a white skulker box. So because if you just right click to place your block, you're going to open up that box. You actually want to do sneak and click to get that to plonk on, and that means we get this little bit here like that. Grab yourself a polished black stone button, and we're going to just place that on that white skulker box. Alright, so let's do the same on the other side now. So get yourself a grey skulker box, look at that block, place that down. On the top of this one, remember to sneak and click, and you'll get your white skulker box on top. And then we're going to have a polished black stone button on the top of that one there like that. We're going to have to grab some clay stained glass as well for this. So just on top of here, we're going to have glass. This is all going to be a grey stained glass. And all there. You can of course switch out with whatever you want, and do whatever you want with this one, guys. No problem at all. I'm just checking who did put the button on there. I just got confused. Then what we're going to do is grab ourselves some smooth quartz slab and also smooth quartz stairs. So we're going to have slabs on the front piece of that glass going across. Where we've got this glass here, we're actually going to have an upside down smooth quartz stair, and of course it's going to be the same on the other side like that. At the back, we're going to have a smooth quartz block here and here. Now, up to you guys, whatever you want. You can either put in a slab on this one, an upper slab, or you can put in a block. So that's what the block looks like. That's what the slab looks like. It depends on if you want it to look a little bit more open, if you're looking at it at a very specific angle, or you just want it to be a bit more closed. Totally up to you guys, whatever you would like. Right, grab yourself some iron trapdoors. Now we're going to put 3 of those on the top piece here. 1, 2, and 3. Then grab yourself a lever and also a black stained glass pane, okay? This is just going to be our wing mirrors. So where we've got the deep slate tile block, we're going to put a lever on the side of that one. And then above that, we're going to have a black stained glass pane. That's going to be our wing mirrors. There we go. So lever there, black stained glass pane like that there. For the next set of blocks, you're going to need to grab yourself an anvil, also a polished andesite stair, polished deep slate stair, polished deep slate block, smooth quartz block, smooth quartz stair, a light grey skulker box, an andesite wall, and also an iron trapdoor. So grab yourself those, alright? So behind the cab, we're going to have the anvils. We're actually going to have 2 of these, 1 and then 2. That'll just fit into this nice little area right here. What we're then going to do is, right here where we've got this slab, we're going to have an upside down polished andesite stair just over that wheel. And then the next one, we're going to be looking towards the front so that it wraps around this little bit here. So on this side, upside down there. And then one where we're looking towards the front to allow it to wrap its way around there. Switch over to your andesite wool, and we're going to have that right here where we've got that little gap. All right, so plonk those in there, 1, 2, like that. Then what we're going to do is with our light grey skulker box, where we've got the gap here in the trapdoors, we're going to place that right on top of that one, and right on top of that one there. We're also going to be putting one in right at the back here, looking this way. And we're then going to do the same as well, looking this way. All right, so there's a little bit of a gap in there. You can plonk anything you want in this because you can't see it from either side, so I'm going to just leave it blank. Then with our polished andesite stairs, we're going to be, again, do a sneak click to click onto this one. We're going to have a stair looking, when we're looking that way. one in the middle there, and then one at the back, so that it kind of gives you this nice big arch over these 3 wheels. So just have it where it wraps around right here, like that, where you've got it all wrapped in to give it a nice arched look, okay? On the end of that, we're then going to have an upside down polished andesite stair as well, so you can see this little gap on the end there, like that. Right, over to your polished deep slate stairs, and actually let's go over to polished deep slate first. It's going to make it a little bit easier. Plonk on a block on top of the second anvil, right here. Then with your polished deep slate. Now it's totally up to you guys actually. If you want to mix this up, I've gone with black and white for the 2 colours. You could, you know, feel free to like do whatever you want colour wise. Yellow and red, or blue, or you know, whatever you want to try and do. Green, go for it. Okay, so we're going to be doing it this way, but feel free to change it up. And do that in your world as well. Make different brands using the same vehicles that you've got. It really does add a lot more character to it. So anyway, polished deep slate stair, we're going to have one where we're looking towards the back of the truck. Plonk that in there. And then we're going to be dragging this back, just going sideways, or, you know, upside down and sideways. And we're going to go right to 1 over. So it's just over this bit here. Okay, so leave that there. Then we're going to have a polished deep slate block. And then we're going to continue it on the other side, okay? Here we go. And again, the one that's right at the front here, we're going to wrap around. So it kind of rounds it a little bit. Now what we're going to do is with our polished deep slate, we're going to just bring that underneath. So that goes all into here. And that's what I'm saying. You can't see anything in that block. So if you want to fill it, you can fill it. If you just want to leave it, you leave it. But there we go. Then at the back, continuing with our polished deep slate, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have one in the middle as well. And we're also going to have one on the top. And one coming forwards of your polished deep slate blocks. Let's get rid of those, all right? Then right at the top here, we're going to have 2 polished deep slate stairs, 2 right there. Now the rest is going to be using our smooth quartz block and smooth quartz stairs for this bit. So we can just have blocks going all the way to the end right here, going around like this. Then we're going to have our smooth quartz stairs. And then this one, similar to what we did before, we're just going to wrap it, okay? Then have a block. So same as we did underneath here, just up on here. So stay there, wrap that around, and bring it over like that. Then with our smooth quartz block, we're just going to bring that across the top. There we go, like that. Now with your iron trapdoor, we're going to leave 2 block gap from the top. Go to this one right here, so leave 2 of these blocks. And the same from the back, leave these 2, and then go to the next one there like that. Now what we're going to do is the little details, bits and pieces, things like that. So you can go with the lights being bamboo buttons if you want, or what you can do is you can use glow item frames, plonk these on the front here. And if you want to, you can put an ochre frog light in there as well. If you want to turn it, you can turn it. If you want to make it look more interesting, it's totally up to you guys what you want to do really with this. I'm going to go with that for this one, and I've got that one for that one. The only reason I don't use the item frames is just because of lag with shaders. The more things you got kind of entity-wise, the worse it gets. So we're also going to have a spruce sign here. We're just going to leave a blank one there. Blank one there. Right in the middle, guys, if you can put in Lord Daka. This is, of course, the number plate, so feel free to also come up with a number plate system if you wanted to. But I usually use this to credit people when I use their designs. Just going to put some grey dye on that. And also a glow ink sac, so it kind of glows a little bit. It just makes it look a little bit more interesting, I think, like that. Across the side now, these 3 slabs that we've got here, we're also going to do this kind of a similar thing, but we're going to do equals signs. We're going to do equals on the top row and equals on the bottom row. And then what we're going to do is do that to grey, do that to a glow ink sac, and you're just going to continue this on. I'm only going to do this on one side. You guys can then do it on the other side, okay? It's not too bad once you get going, really. So here we go, put in all your equal signs up and bottom there. Put in grey dye, put in your glow ink sac as well. Right, so next what we are going to do, I'm wondering if this is going to work or not, is we're going to put on the signs on the outside. I got so confused by this. I was like, how is this working? There's no sign in there. It's actually signs on the outside. So we've got a sign on the skulker box. Let's do the same thing with those equal signs, okay? So we're going to start from there. Then click the trapdoor, the upper one, okay? So the upper one, and we're going to have that there, and that's going to be on the outside like this. Just makes it look like it's got a little bit more going on, with it being, you know, not completely opaque, so not completely solid. So put on these little equals here, not there, and also there. And yet again, guys, grey dye it, and then put on your glow ink sac. Just adds a little bit of kind of detail there. Going to have another 2 on the back as well, so we're going to have one there and there. Again, we're going to have equal signs on this, like so. So put those on there. Put those on here as well. Turn them to grey. Put the glow ink sac on there, like that. Going right onto the back now, we're going to do the same thing with the number plate. So again, guys, if you can credit me for the design, I would really appreciate it. You know, some people then come and check out my channel, and well, that means the channel grows, and that means I make more content. So it's all kind of win-win. So if you can do that, that'd be awesome. So there we go, we've got that there. Now for the back, there's 2 different things you can do in terms of your lights. So I've used World Edit to actually get these buttons on there. So you can do that if you wanted to, if you've got mods. If you haven't, however, item frames are the way to go. So you can put on a normal item frame. And then what you can do is you can put in a red stained glass block right here. These are, of course, your brake lights. So you need to have those on there. For the back bit of it, right here, we're going to have stone buttons. I'm going to place those on each of the blocks, and then in the middle, place your lever like that. You can, of course, have it down or up, whatever you guys want to have really on the back of this. Now, for your branding part of it, what I did is I had these, obviously got these 5 blocks. I then left one more and went to this block right here, and I split up the name, which for me is Dakar Oil is my brand, which is going on here, you know, so we're going to have that there. And I'm going to just whack it with a glow ink sac, not make it grey this time though. So I wanted it to have this like black and white kind of darker kind of thing going on. And of course we do the same on the other side, so I'll just trace it over to here, get to there, and of course it's in the opposite way round. So same letter order, but you know what I mean, it's not perfect mirror. So there we go, that's what we end up getting. So guys, yeah, do the same on the other side with these kind of equal sign things. And plonk that onto this side, and then that will actually complete up the build. But anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And as always, I will see you on the next one.